A common thread through human history is the constant development of deadly new combat technologies. Here is the list of most dangerous weapons ever created. Number 10, RPG, Rocket-Propelled Grenade Launcher. With the RPG you can fire anti-tank rockets from the shoulder. Based on the Nazi Germany's Panzerfaust. It was developed into feared anti-tank weapon. A soldier with limited training and a cheap and simple rocket-propelled grenade can destroy a multi-million-dollar tank. It was widely used against the Americans in the Vietnam War by the Viet Cong and the People's Army. When the Soviet Army invaded Afghanistan, they faced the Mujahideen, who quickly became very adept in the use of it against tanks and military vehicles. In the middle of the 1950s, the American Army developed their version of the RPG, which became known as the LAW, lightweight anti-tank weapon. Number 9, DSR-50, the 50 caliber sniper rifle. The DSR-50 is bolt-action sniper rifle chambered to fire the massive .50 caliber BMG round. It is based on the DSR-1, a specialized sniper rifle for police sharpshooters. The DSR-50 has an integrated hydraulic recoil damping system in the buttstock and an integral muzzle brake which reduces the perceived muzzle blast. Designed to punch holes in armored military vehicles, then think what happens when you shoot a person. Number 8, Flamethrower. Flamethrower is classed as an incendiary device that is specifically designed to project fire in a stream that is long and controllable. Flamethrowers were used first by ancient Greeks, as far back as the 1st century AD. In more modern times flamethrowers were utilized throughout the First World War, by the Germans, and more commonly used in the Second World War. Not all flamethrowers are the same. Some are designed to project a stream of fire that is caused by flammable liquid that has been ignited. Others are designed to project a long flame of gas. Liquids are the most common type used in military flamethrowers. Military uses for flamethrowers were mainly centered around attacking fortifications, bunkers. Flamethrowers come in many forms. Portable ones tend to be two-part devices, a backpack for the fuel and a tube for the output. They can also be vehicle-mounted for easy use. Number 7, M134 GAU-17 Gatling Gun. The M134 GAU-17 Vulcan cannon is a 6-barreled, air-cooled, medium machine gun, used primarily as a fire suppression weapon in aircraft for the US military. The so-called Gatling design relies on electric motors to power the barrels, resulting in a firing rate as much as 6,000 rounds per minute. It is used in a variety of rotor-wing aircraft in the door gunner position and is used by the US Navy for its riverine craft and special operations watercraft. Number 6, SCHWERER GUSTAV Railway Gun. SCHWERER GUSTAV, this was the name given to a German 80 cm railway gun, a huge piece of artillery designed to be shot from a railway wagon. It was developed in the late 1930s by Krupp-Essen as artillery for the explicit purpose of destroying the main forts of the French Maginot Line during a siege. At the time, these were the strongest fortifications in existence. Gustav could fire shells weighing 7 tons to a distance 47 kilometers. When fully assembled, the SCHWERER GUSTAV weighed nearly 1,350 tons. The Germans designed this piece of artillery to prepare for the Battle of France. The biggest gun of World War II was not ready to do battle when the battle began. But it didn't really matter because the Wehrmacht's blitzkrieg aggression through Belgium rapidly outflanked and isolated the Maginot Line's static defenses, forcing them to surrender without any major losses and making the destruction of the fortifications unwarranted. Number 5, NIMITZ class aircraft carrier. US NIMITZ class. At over 1,000 feet, the NIMITZ class aircraft carriers are the world's biggest warships. Costing around $4.5 billion each, they are also the most expensive. The 100,000-ton carriers can hold up to 90 aircraft and are fitted with anti-aircraft guns and missiles. They are expected to serve for 50 years. However, the US is already developing its successor in the Gerald R. Ford class, which will be even bigger and is expected to cost around $12 billion. Currently, there are 10 NIMITZ-class aircraft carriers in service with the United States Navy. The lead ship of the class is named after the World War II United States Pacific Fleet Commander Fleet Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, the U.S. Navy's last fleet admiral. Instead of the gas turbines or diesel-electric systems which are used for propulsion on most modern warships, the carriers use two nuclear reactors which drive the four propeller shafts and can achieve a maximum speed of over 30 knots. Because they use nuclear power, these massive ships can operate for over 20 years without refueling. Number 4, Russia's aviation thermobaric bomb. In 2007 the Russians successfully tested and released their aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power, quickly nicknamed the father of all bombs, FOB. The FOB is reportedly 4x more powerful than the US military's biggest non-nuclear bomb, the GBU-43B massive ordnance air bomb, which is officially designated with the acronym MOB and known popularly as the mother of all bombs. This makes the Russian device officially the most powerful conventional non-nuclear weapon in the world. The FOB replaces several smaller nuclear bombs in the Russian arsenal. It yields an equivalent of 44 tons of TNT while just using only 7 tons of a new high explosive. Number 3. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. The Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, ICBM, is a ballistic missile that is guided to the target. It can travel at least 3,400 miles and was built primarily for transporting nuclear weapons. ICBMs have the capability of being launched from airplanes, submarines, missile silos, and vehicles. They became an integral part of the MAD doctrine because these weapons allowed the flexibility that enabled the country to strike back and destroy the enemy. It basically guaranteed a second strike on the enemy. With the advancing of technology, it came to fruition that an ICBM could be used to launch several nuclear warheads at once because of the MIRV. Number 2. The MIRV. The MIRV, which is a multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle, is a payload for ballistic missiles that contains multiple warheads. Each warhead has the capability of being aimed to hit one of many targets. The old-fashioned warheads could only transport a single nuclear bomb on a single missile and aim for a single target. The next step was the multiple re-entry vehicle missile that could carry numerous warheads that were all dispersed but not individually aimed, which resulted in a blast, similar to a shotgun. The MIRV solved that problem. All warheads were now targetable. Number 1, TSAR BOMBA. The weapon was the Soviet Union's rebuttal to the United States nuclear program. A massive device, designed to decimate everything. That's what the bomb was. Only one was ever detonated, and that was enough. TSAR BOMBA remains the most powerful device ever detonated by mankind. To compare, the most powerful device the United States ever created was the B-41. It was also the only 3-stage nuclear device the US created. The B-41 had a maximum yield of 25 megatons TNT, while TSAR BOMBA had a maximum yield of 100 megatons of TNT. Of course, the most powerful nuclear bomb ever detonated had a massive mushroom cloud. The mushroom cloud is estimated to have gone as high as 40 miles in the sky, which is about 7 times as tall as Mount Everest. At this height, the cloud went through the stratosphere as well as the mesosphere. The bomb also unleashed a massive fireball to accompany the mushroom cloud. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more amazing and informative videos.